Happy Wednesday, John. So shortly after recording the last video, Cindy and I got on a plane and flew out to San Francisco for the Game Developers Conference. The first few days we spent working in the hotel, so they're not that exciting, and I don't have any video of it. But on Saturday, we got out and explored the city. We started by biking to the Castro, which felt a lot like Lakeview in Chicago, which is where we were living, and then headed up hill after hill on our way towards Twin Peaks. If you look at the bottom of the shot, you can see people parking sideways because the road is too steep. Ugh. So we biked up a bunch of those hills, and eventually we got to a point where it made more sense to just hike it on foot. Twin Peaks is this really crazy mountain thing. It's got two peaks, and it's a little ways away from downtown San Francisco, but it's still pretty much in the city, and it has this very iconic and not super attractive radio tower. The wind up here was kind of insane. The view from the top was pretty worth the hike, at least in my opinion. So after seeing the city from the top of the mountain, we biked down the mountain and through the relatively flat neighborhood of Sunset on our way to the ocean. Swim. I'm told it's very, very, very cold. But it was cool to walk around in the sand and to kind of forget about being in the city for a bit. We biked back through Golden Gate Park, which is amazing, and I highly recommend it. The thing we were biking there for was a Japanese tea garden. They also have crazy things like this windmill and a buffalo paddock, which unfortunately did not have any buffalo in it on that day, a polo field, botanical gardens, a few museums, and of course the Japanese garden and tea house. So we walked around for a little bit, and they had some really cool stuff there. In particular, this one really weird, super tall bridge that we climbed over. I don't know why it was super tall, but it was really cool. So the next morning, we got up for a game developer run walk across the Golden Gate Bridge. It was a lot of fun, but most of the people there were more in it for the walking than the running. We were one of the only ones that were actually in running gear. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take any video during the conference itself because they apparently want to sell it or something. I don't know, and they don't like people just posting videos of it online. I did grab one picture of the awards show, which actually features the fake slide about how Gabe Newell is hosting. Cindy also got some footage from one of the super cool parties that night featuring the Glitch Mob. The conference itself went really well, and we got to meet a bunch of crazy awesome people and got lots of feedback on the game. Towards the end of the conference, we took a morning off to go visit Alcatraz with some friends.
After the notorious penitentiary closed, Alcatraz continued to make history.
Apparently their slogan is,
"It's so much more than just a prison."
It was really great timing because they were featuring Ai Weiwei, and he had a bunch of really interesting pieces all related to people who were being held because they were activists. The tour itself was really fascinating. The island has these amazing views, but it didn't make things like the psych ward any less creepy. After the conference, we went out to Oakland to visit some of our friends. We walked around this really nice park with a bunch of gardens and had some really great food. The next day, we went out to visit our cousin Kelly and her fiancé Neil north of San Francisco in Mill Valley. We hiked along this really great trail that led to the ocean. Overall, it was a really great trip, although it was pretty much non-stop, so we're both exhausted at this point. I'm really looking forward to seeing your response videos once we can figure out why they won't upload. I heard that you might be coming down to visit next week, maybe? ? And I hope you do. Whether in person or online, I'll see you in a week.